Hello, welcome back to another yoga video, or if you're new here, hello, my name is Mitzi. I am a GP and yoga teacher trainee, almost finished my training. Today we're going to do an instant mood boosting yoga flow. So when you're ready, find a comfortable seat on your mat and let's begin. Sitting cross-legged, placing your hands gently on your knees. See if you can press your sit bones into the earth. Lengthen your spine, shoulders relaxed away from your ears. And just start connecting with your breath. As you inhale, lifting your shoulders up and down. Exhaling round. Continue this, rolling your shoulders backwards, seeing if you can time it with your breath. Inhale up, exhale down. And now, changing directions, rolling the shoulders forward on an inhale. See if you can get your whole spine involved. Bringing our awareness to our neck now. Dropping your left ear to your left shoulder on an exhale, inhaling up. And then exhaling right ear to right shoulder. Inhale back up. Continue this cycle for a few more breaths. Bending the neck on your exhales. Returning to a tall spine on your inhales. And then once you're over to your right, draw your chin to your chest and see if you can do a circle each way forward. And then a circle right to left, then left to right, backwards. Coming into deer pose with your right foot in front and your left foot behind, reaching your right hand to your left knee, twisting over to the left. Inhale to center, exhale, twisting, swapping, so your left hand goes to your right knee. Just do this a few more times, connecting with your breath, twisting each way, then coming back through cross-legged and then swapping. So now your right foot is behind and your left foot is front. Left hand to right knee, twist to the side. Inhale to the center, exhale, twisting, right hand to left knee. Again, moving with your breath in your own time. Feeling the gentle twist as we wake up our spine. Wonderful. Now let's make our way to the front of our mat. We're going to stand in mountain pose, pressing through the earth, building the posture with strength from the ground up. Our arms are gently open, shoulders up and down. Inhale, your arms up overhead, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shin, flat back. Exhale, hands down, stepping back into plank. You can lower your knees here first, and we're going to do a knees, chest, chin, and then push through into your cobra, and then push back into your first downward dog. Make sure your feet are at least hip widths apart, pressing through the hands, pressing through the feet. Knees can be as bent as you need, drawing your heels towards the earth, although they don't have to touch. Maybe gently pedal out your legs for a couple of breaths here. Breathing gently in and out through your nose. If at any point you need to rest, please come into child's pose. Otherwise, take another breath in and then step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, and then roll all the way up to stand. Reach your arms over your head. Exhale, back into mountain pose. And let's go again. Inhale, your arms up over your head. Gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees into chair pose, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back into your plank pose. So you can lower the knees here again and do a knees, chest, chin, Or you can remain in plank and do a full chaturanga, coming into upward facing dog, knees and thighs off the floor, and then exhaling into your downward dog. Turning out your left foot, stepping forward with your right into your warrior one pose. Inhale, and then exhale, opening up into your warrior two pose before windmilling your hands down to the mat. Find your flow again, upward facing dog, and then exhale into your downward facing dog. Turning out your right heel this time and stepping forward with your left into your warrior one pose. Exhaling, opening up your arms into your warrior two pose for a breath, and then windmill down your hands into plank. Find your flow, inhale upward facing dog, exhaling to your downward facing dog. And then you're going to stay here for 3 breaths now, in and out through your nose, nice and slowly, or you can take a break and rest in child's pose at any point. If you're still in downward facing dog, stepping to the front of your mat now, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold, bending the knees again into your chair pose, and then push through the legs all the way up to stand. Preparing to build up on that sequence, let's go. Inhale your arms up over your head, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, gaze lifted halfway up. Exhale, bending your knees and coming up into your chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the mat, step back into your plank. Find your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, turning out your left foot again, stepping your right foot to the front of your mat into your warrior one. Exhale, opening up into your warrior two pose, making sure your heels are aligned, shoulders away from your ears, your gaze is at your front middle finger. Inhale, straighten both legs, turn your feet slightly out. You're going to bend your knees, bend your arms, both at 90 degrees, opening up the chest into your goddess pose. Pressing your feet through the earth, feeling the strength and power in this pose as you open yourself up, straight legs. From here, place your hands onto your hips, turn your feet back to parallel, open your chest, inhale, exhale, forward fold into a wide-legged forward fold, bringing your hands down to the mat. Centering your right hand, lift your left arm to the sky. If you're able to, your gaze can stare at your left hand. Exhale, swap. Inhale, your right hand up to the sky, keeping your chest open. You can always leave your hands at your hip if that's more comfortable, and keep your gaze to the floor if it's too strong on your neck. Returning your hands to your hips, slowly lift yourself up. Inhale, open your chest, and then you're going to come back into your warrior two pose before windmilling your hands back down to the mat. From here, find your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Swapping sides now, so turning out your right foot, stepping your left foot to the front of your mat into your warrior one. Inhale here, exhale, opening up into your warrior two pose. Grounding through your feet, opening out your front knee, and then coming to straighten both legs, turn your feet out. We're going to come back into the goddess pose, so sinking through the legs, knees are open, feet are turned out, aiming to get 90 degrees in the knees and the elbows. Inhale, straighten up, big stretch, and then this time you're going to reach your right hand to your left foot, shin or knee, and then twisting up. If you want to bind your left hand to your right thigh. Feel free to do this here, or just keep your hand on your hip. And then swap now, so coming through center, reaching your left hand to your right foot, right hand to your hip, before extending it up, leaving it on the hip, or binding with your left thigh. Inhaling and exhale, release into your forward fold, hands to your hips, soften the knees, and slowly come up to rise. Coming back by turning your left foot to the front of the mat, warrior two, windmilling your hands back down to the mat, and then find your flow. Inhale to your upward facing dog, and then exhale into your downward facing dog. Catching your breath here, slowing everything down, pressing equally through your hands and feet, drawing your hips to the sky, heels towards the earth. Lower your knees here now, uncurl your toes, and we're going to come into a melting heart pose. So forehead to the mat, arms outstretched, sinking your chest to the mat. If you have a bit more flexibility in your upper spine, you can always lift your chin to the mat. Otherwise, keep your forehead down and just feel the stretch in your upper back and in your shoulders. Breathing intentionally in and out through your nose. Keeping that steady breath, feeling that lovely heart opener here. Coming up back into tabletop, we're going to thread the needle, reaching your right arm to the sky before placing it under your left, stretching out your left arm, feeling a lovely stretch again in your upper back. Gently breathing here, and then swapping sides now, reaching your left arm up, threading it under your body, reaching your right arm forward, sinking your chest to the mat, feeling a lovely stretch in the upper back. Slow and intentional breaths through your nose here to stay grounded. Coming back up through tabletop, and then gently lowering yourself to the mat. Stacking one hand on top of the other, gently rest your forehead on the back of your hands. And we're going to connect to our breath here. So imagine inflating your belly like a big balloon, feeling it pressing into the mat. And then exhale, release. Inhale again, inflating your belly as much as you can, seeing if you can press it into the mat. Exhaling, release. Reaching your left arm to your left foot now. Opening up the front of the hip and the thigh, feeling that stretch in your quads. Coming into half Lord of the Fishes here, before we'll open up and stretch the back as well into a half bow here. Push your foot away and release. Now reaching your right hand to your right foot, drawing your foot to your glute, feeling the stretch in your quadriceps, opening up your hip flexor. Lifting your chest into a half bow, pressing your foot away to aid the stretch. Now see if you can grab both feet and then come up into your full bow, opening up through the chest. Your feet are pulling your hands away, drawing your upper body up higher. And then exhale, release. Hands back into crocodile pose. Connect with your breath again. Inhale, inflate your belly big. And exhale, release, draw your stomach in. Continue the slow and intentional breath for a couple more cycles at your own pace. And then slowly bring your way up to a seated position. You may like to add some extra layers as we're going to be coming into our final relaxation pose, and you want to make sure that you're nice and warm. So whether that's adding a jumper or maybe some socks, And then get ready to lie back down on your mat. You can join me in constructive rest pose, so lying on your back, your knees are bent, feet are about as wide as your mat, and then just let your knees collapse into each other, relaxing the lower back, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and feel your belly inflate again, practicing that deep belly breathing that we were doing on the mat, activating our diaphragm. Slowly continue your breathing cycle, feeling your belly expand and your heart slow down, while you thank yourself for joining me today and being present with yourself for this lovely practice. I'm going to leave you here to continue connecting with your breath for the remainder of this relaxation, and then I'll come and collect you at the end. Starting to bring a bit of movement now to your hands, wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe circling your wrists and ankles, and then give everything a gentle shake. Wake up, hug your knees in your chest, maybe rock gently side to side, and then slowly coming up into a seated position in any way you like. Maybe you'd like to rock up with me, keeping your eyes closed if you're able to, and join me in a comfortable seated position. Tall spine, maybe a smile on your face. Inhale your arms up overhead and exhale them to your heart center. Let's go again. Big inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale your hands into your heart center. One more time. Inhale, hands together overhead. Exhale, draw them to your heart center. Rubbing your hands together now, generating some heat between your palms, and then gently place your warm palms over your eyes and start to slowly blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed this lovely practice and you can feel the benefits on your mood as I can. As always, I hope you take care, and I'll see you next time.